the UCL makes a return to your screens from tomorrow. So there's European action tomorrow, there's European action on Wednesday, and certainly there's European action on Thursday. For the first time this season, the teams in the Conference League will be making appearances. However, on your screen is the standings as at now, at the end of match day 1 in the UEFA Champions League. Bayern Munich are top of the pile because of the fact that they scored more goals and they still have 3 points. Celtic come second, Leverkusen are third, Aston Villa are fourth, Dortmund are fifth, and you have Sparta Praha, and they are said Liverpool 7, Juventus are making that final cut of 8 as it stands. And in that block, up to 22nd, you've got teams from Real Madrid, Sporting, CP, and Benfica, Athletic Club de Madrid, and Monaco as well, Paris Saint-Germain, Arsenal, Atalanta, Bologna, Inter, Manchester City, and Shakhtar, Barcelona, Leipzig, and then Sturm Graz, and they are making up that particular block. And if you check out the teams that will be relegated as it stands, there are some really interesting names there. Feyenoord, Sparta, you see Club Brugge, you see Lille, you see Milan, PSV, Girona. Yes, these teams need to win in their next kind of games, next batches of games to get out of this particular spot, because as it stands, they are logging out and logging out fully. Now, let's preview some of the games that will be happening today. So on the table there, you see that Arsenal and Paris Saint-Germain are directly on, they're just, one is above the other. So Paris Saint-Germain are above Arsenal and Arsenal are below Paris Saint-Germain. Arsenal, they drew against Atalanta inside Bergamo in their first game week, and Paris Saint-Germain, they recorded a win. Although it was an own goal that got them that win, they would take it all day. So Paris Saint-Germain, they haven't scored with any of their last of 71 shots in the Champions League, but beating Girona last time out, they did it thanks to a late own goal. Now, PSG have played more UEFA competitions against Arsenal without winning any of them. Yes, without winning than any other team they have faced. So they've played 4 against Arsenal and they are yet to win. Arsenal are also aiming to kickstart their UEFA Champions League proper on this particular game as they host the Paris Saint-Germain in a blockbuster game which would be happening inside the Emirates. And for this particular game, it draws down to where the matchups will be, and the likes of Declan Rice need to step up to the plate, and Thomas Partey needs to make his experience count here. And you definitely want to say, and you would see, some goals in this one. One thing that is somehow cast in stone is now that Arsenal have their best guys available currently, they are likely to score and maybe concede. Yes, I dare say that Arsenal will score from a set piece. Yes, Arsenal will score from a set piece. Now let's turn our attention to that game between Bayer Leverkusen and AC Milan. Now listen, the German champions, they come into this particular game unbeaten. In their last 9 home matches in the UEFA competitions, they have never previously gone 10 games in a row without defeat. So they have never gone 10 games in a row without defeat, and having won 5 of 6 home fixtures en route to last season's Europa League final. So that puts them in imperious position that they could actually just put their dominance on this game. However, Milan will now need to prove their elite quality in this game, despite making it through to the 2023 semi-finals. And last year, that win at Newcastle was just their 4th in 17 games away from home. So Milan are not good travelers with regards to the UEFA competition, and Leverkusen are really good at playing home. Nevertheless, back-to-back league wins for the AC Milan team in less than a week have lifted some pressure off their coach Paulo Fonseca, who was fighting the sack already within weeks of his appointment. Going into this game, I see goals. And when I say I see goals, I see both teams scoring in this one. I still feel that Leverkusen would take that edge over the team AC Milan. Yes, so there would be goals, but I see Leverkusen slightly having the edge. And let me just get to the final game where Barcelona, they take on Young Boys. Yes, there is pressure on Barcelona to bounce back in this particular game, but there are severe injuries and kind of a lot of injuries surrounding the team, and they would miss a lot of key players. Hansi Flick, he deserves huge praise for what he's been able to achieve so far at the club. However, the La Liga outfits, they reached the quarterfinals of last season's Champions League, but they were incredibly eliminated in the group stages of the 2022-2023 as well as the 2021-2022 version of this competition. Barcelona have not been in Europe, the European Cup semi-final since 2018-19. Yes. While their last success in the competition came all the way back in 2014-2015. That's a long wait for, this particular trophy. They're playing some really incredible football. However, Young Boys, they have struggled in this competition. They were defeated by 3-0 in their last time out when they faced Aston Villa at home. Now, they are currently the Swiss champions, and they enter the contest off the back of a 1-0 loss to Grasshoppers over the weekend. That means that they actually benched a couple of players with the hope that they would be fresh for this Barcelona game. It's going to be a really complicated game for Barcelona, but all the same, Barcelona having the home advantage would certainly make it stick and count. But we'll see if Young Boys will be able to get a goal or something of the sort. Barcelona are playing some really delicious football. We'll see how this one goes, but I am really slanting a little towards Barcelona getting all 3 points in this particular encounter. So that was a quick preview of some of the games that are happening tomorrow. Yes, Tuesday. And we'll be here on Wednesday to delve through how these games went and then look forward to all the action that will be happening on Wednesday and Thursday.